chatted about the possibilities of going into business together. Several days later, we met again, and he said, "I'd very much like to join you." Things really changed when that fateful day when I got the call from Blake Edwards about the Pink Panther. I get this call from Blake. He says, "I'm back. I got the movie in the can. I know what I want to do. Come over." And then he told us that what he wanted us to do was to create a main title sequence.
And he showed me some of the dailies that he had, and I put a storyboard together. It was probably the longest title ever done at that time. I think it was 7.5 minutes long. Blake Edwards, he didn't change anything. He says, "That's wonderful. Go ahead and make it." He got a lot of publicity, and Time magazine wrote it up. Then United Artists says, "Hey, why don't we make some shorts with the character?" And the first one I had done with that music won Academy Award. So, you know, you never know what's going to do it.
This is a letter written a few months before my dad passed away. It was written by Chuck Jones. "Anyone can triumph in a field of ordinary, but you were a real giant, Friz, in a field of real talents. There probably never again will be such a bunch of untamed artists corralled together. But we were there, Friz, and you were the linchpin that held us all together, that taught us our trade, that caught us in the net of your genius."
Whether you can do what we did in those days, it's hard to tell.
They were such halcyon days at Warner Brothers.
And as far as working at a studio, that was my favorite. Those years were the golden years.
Most of these studios think that they can just throw bodies together, say, all right, here's 4 animators, here's 3 directors, throw them together and make cartoons. It doesn't work that way. It was a magical thing that developed at Warner Brothers with all the 3 units, McKimson, Chuck, and Friz.
You can't help but laugh at the situations that you get into with Friz. But he's an absolute genius.
I said, oh, he's a tough guy to work for. But he was a wonderful man to work with. He gave me all the breaks a person could have.
Very humble, loaded with humility, and he never thought of himself as anything but a guy who went to work in the morning and went home at night. He never had any delusions of grandeur. There was nothing about the guy, not one little bit, that would ever lead you to think or to know, you know, what a fantastic talent, and I use the term genius, that he was.
I don't think I ever made a cartoon that I wouldn't like to change something in it. I don't think any of us ever make a cartoon that we're completely 100% happy with. I like what I did. If you don't like what you're doing, you can't make a good cartoon.
Figaro, 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 Figaro. Figaro?